Britain started as a small island. It had limited resources, yet it became a global power. How did this happen? The answer lies in a combination of factors. Britain was strategically located. It had a strong navy. It was open to new ideas and technologies. These factors helped Britain establish a vast empire. This empire spanned the globe. Britain's rise was not accidental. It was the result of deliberate policies. These policies aimed to increase trade and power. Britain's ambition led it to explore new lands. It established colonies and trading posts across continents. This expansion had a profound impact on the world. It shaped economies, cultures, and political systems. The Industrial Revolution began in Britain. It brought new machines and factories. These innovations gave Britain a significant advantage. Britain could produce goods faster and cheaper. This economic power fueled its imperial ambitions. New technologies also played a crucial role in conquest and control. Steam engines powered ships and trains. This allowed for faster transportation of goods and troops. The invention of the telegraph revolutionized communication. It enabled the British Empire to effectively manage its vast territories. These technological advancements cemented Britain's position as a global superpower. The British Navy was the most powerful in the world. It played a crucial role in Britain's imperial expansion. The Navy protected trade routes. It also projected British power across the globe. British ships could transport troops and supplies to distant colonies. This gave Britain a significant advantage in conflicts. Naval superiority enabled Britain to control strategic waterways. These waterways included the English Channel and the Strait of Gibraltar. Control over these choke points gave Britain a stranglehold on global trade. The Navy also played a key role in suppressing piracy. This made the seas safer for British merchants and further strengthened their grip on maritime commerce. India was one of Britain's most prized possessions. It was a major source of raw materials and a huge market for British goods. The British East India Company played a key role in conquering India. The company started as a trading venture. It gradually gained political and military power. It exploited divisions among Indian rulers to expand its influence. By the mid-19th century, the East India Company controlled most of India. This control brought great wealth to Britain, but came at a cost for the Indian people. They faced exploitation and the suppression of their culture and traditions. The British Raj, the period of direct British rule in India, had a lasting impact on the subcontinent. Action 5. The sun never sets. Expansion in Africa and the Pacific. Britain's imperial ambitions extended beyond India. It established colonies in Africa, Australia, and the Pacific. These colonies provided raw materials. They also served as markets for British goods. Britain's expansion in Africa was driven by a combination of factors. These factors included the search for new markets. They also included the desire to control strategic resources like gold and diamonds. The colonization of Australia began with the establishment of penal colonies. These colonies housed convicts transported from Britain. Over time, Australia became a major producer of wool and other agricultural products. This attracted free settlers and led to the displacement of indigenous populations. In the Pacific, Britain established colonies on islands like Fiji and New Zealand. These colonies were strategically important. They provided naval bases and coaling stations for the British fleet. Section 6. The Scramble for Africa, Competition and Colonization. The late 19th century saw a scramble for Africa. European powers competed to carve up the continent. This competition was driven by economic and political factors. European nations sought raw materials to fuel their industries. They also wanted to expand their empires and prestige. Britain played a leading role in the scramble for Africa. It secured control of strategically important territories like Egypt and South Africa. The colonization of Africa had a devastating impact on the continent. It led to the exploitation of resources, the displacement of people, and the imposition of foreign rule. Section 7. The Cost of Empire, Exploitation and Resistance. British imperialism brought wealth and power to Britain, but it came at a high cost for the colonized people. The British Empire was built on exploitation. It relied on the extraction of resources from its colonies. British companies profited from cheap labor and raw materials. This came at the expense of local populations. British rule also led to cultural and social changes in the colonies. The British imposed their language, laws and customs. This disrupted traditional ways of life. Colonization often led to resistance. Indigenous populations fought back against British rule. They staged uprisings and rebellions. These acts of resistance highlighted the injustices of imperialism. Section 8. Legacies of Empire, Cultural and Political Impacts. The British Empire had a lasting legacy. It shaped the world in profound ways. British influence can still be seen in the legal systems, languages and cultures of many countries. The British Empire also played a role in shaping the modern world order. It contributed to the development of international trade and diplomacy. However, the legacy of the British Empire is complex and contested. While some argue that British rule brought progress and development, others point to the exploitation and suffering it caused. The legacy of colonialism continues to shape debates about identity, justice and equality in many parts of the world. Section 9. A world transformed, the enduring influence of the British Empire. The British Empire was a global power. It left an indelible mark on the world. From the Americas to Asia and Africa, British influence is still evident today. It is visible in language, law and culture. The British Empire was not without its flaws. It was built on exploitation and inequality. However, it also played a role in shaping the modern world. Understanding the British Empire is essential for understanding the world today. Its rise and fall offer valuable lessons about power, culture and the interconnectedness of human history.